Hey, what's going on YouTube? This is Ken Brown coming back for part 2 of the video. I had a couple questions come up. Everything's going to be in my descriptions, basically just hardware. I will go through the hardware that I'm using for my whole project here at my church. The whole installation was done by the AV ministry here at our church, so this was a self-install, so no company did this for us. So once again, I just want to give you a preview of the whole setup. We did a couple changes. Right here is our video feed coming from our DVD player. So that's just a regular SD standard def DVD recorder. So we didn't do an HD recorder yet. They're asking me to do that. So it's like $3,000. It's a $3,000 JVC recorder. So I'm just kind of battling back and forth, telling them why not to do it. So that's just something that we're working on. Then over here is two screens. This screen is the Monarch HD. This is the feed for the Monarch HD. This feed right here, I'm just using the Media Express software, but we actually use this computer for a live stream. So this is livestream.com. So we broadcast through them. Great provider. We only do the basic package for like $50 a month, if I want to be correct. So we don't have the full-blown one. And really, when I come to find out, you really don't need it. You're spending extra money for no reason. So, for what we do here, we send 3 different feeds. I think it's basically low, mid, and high. The high is HD at 720p at 30 frames per second. So I go down each thing I'm using, each component I'm using here at the church. So as you know, we're using the Blackmagic Design 4K switcher. That's bringing in all my cameras in via SDI only. So it must be SDI, either SDI in standard def, HD, or 4K. But it only comes in via SDI. So for everybody out there reading the specs, when it says SDI, does not mean you could bring in a composite cable and it works. No, it must be via SDI. Everything comes in via SDI, no matter what. And there's only one HDMI on mine because I have the 4K 1ME. Okay, 10 inputs video switcher. Right underneath it is my DA system for all my composite signals. I'll tell you how I'm doing that. That's pushing out to my TVs around the church, and that's also pushing out to my screens, my main sanctuary, and my DVD recorder. Okay, right underneath that is my old Kramer. Don't use it no more. Turn it off. This is another Kramer right here. As you can see, I'm a Kramer fan. I love Kramer. This is another little switch, composite switch. Basically, the only thing that's on there right now is the DVD recorder. So it allows me to feed in multiple composite signals. So if I want to switch right here, I can. So that's just, if I want to have different feeds, I want to be able to see on one screen. It's the cheapest way of doing it. Is just getting like a little switch box that can do it. So that's all composite right there. And then right underneath it is our old DVD recorder that I need to really take out because we don't use it anymore. And then this is the DVD recorder that's actually recording our services here at the church. And then right below it is an Extron converter. What that's doing is taking my composite signal, feeding it in, and then feeds my projectors via VGA. Okay, taking you over here is the multi-screen viewer, Panasonic 39-inch multi-screen viewer. So it has all my cameras and everything, 8 channels on this switcher. Well, it's 10 channel input, but it has 8 feeds coming on the screen right now. Right below it is a Dell touchscreen. So like I said in my last video, I did not want to buy the Blackmagic Design panel. So I didn't want to buy that because it was too expensive for oversized keyboard in my opinion. So that's really what it is, just a keyboard. Because I'm gonna show you our old switcher. This is our old switcher right here. This is our Panasonic switcher. Did a great job. Still works. Everything is great about it. It's just, it's time for upgrade. So this is what we were using. So it'll be sitting in storage until I can figure something to do with it. And then I already showed you this over here. This is live stream. This is our Matrox Monarch HD. Let me show you how it's hooked up right now. It's the gray box sitting right here. And then we have the hard drive that's hooked up to it. Now that's a 4 terabyte 7200 RPM Hitachi hard drive. Now the catch is you can only record to it can only see a partition. Let me take that back. It can only see a partition of 2 terabytes. So there were some issues that we were having. So if you're having any kind of issues trying to read a hard drive that's over it's over 2 terabytes, call Monarch, Matrox, and customer support, and it will help you out. But I recommend, just to save you the headache, stick with any hard drive that's below 2 terabytes. Makes your life a lot easier. Only reason I used my 4 terabytes, it was so critical, because I already owned it. So, and I wasn't using it, so it was perfect. So everything works. But currently, what I'm testing out, and it's going very smoothly. Not everybody's infrastructure will be able to handle this. I'm actually hooked up straight to my server that's located downstairs in the church. So I'm going through a gigabit pipeline. So managed system, managed switch based system. So you gotta keep that in mind. Must be managed, because if you're not managed, you're gonna have some fun on Sunday morning. So I'm actually pushing my live feed via Ethernet. It's pushing a 720 at 30 frames per second. And then also, I'm pushing my live stream feed as well on the exact same pipeline. So make sure you have a managed switch that can handle that. Okay, so let's go to the next product. We have our analog to SDI. Now, let me tell you what I bought about 4 of these. I bought 4 of these. Now, I own JVC GY HD 100s. It's the older cameras. Basically, it's their very first generation. And I have one 110 generation as well. This is just one of them. So basically, what was going on is those cameras can only push out via composite or component. So I had to convert their signals to SDI. Now this box can do 2 things. It can take in a component signal or a composite signal. Well, I'm sending down a component signal. I'm taking in 3 cables. Look at the picture back here, because the boxes are actually out there. So I have 3 cables coming on this side for component, and there's only 1 cable coming out for SDI. So that's how I'm sending my SDI signal to my switcher. Right here, this is how I'm converting my HD signal back down to a composite signal. Now, why am I doing that? Well, that's because I still have a regular DVD recorder that's still taking a SD signal in, so I need to convert that signal down to where it can understand it. Also, my projectors are still at SD, so I still have to convert those back down to SD, so my scaler can be able to recognize it as well. And then over here is my RF modulator down here that pushes out via channel 2, 3, 4, and 5 to the TVs around the church. So instead of to go get a new RF modulator that has HDMI and all that stuff, inputs, that does it all, it's not broken. Hey, it's cheaper to get this than to replace this. This costs like $1,300 to $1,400 to replace for each unit. This was $240, I think. Great deal. So let's get down to the setup. Right now, I have currently 4 cameras. Hope everybody can see those very well. Let me just come a little bit closer. I'm recording on my laptop, so apologize for the video and sound. So, right now, I have my camera number 5 zoomed in downstairs to the cross on our podium, glass podium downstairs. So, just want to show you the touchscreen effect right there. So everything is just working just smooth. I can hot punch, between all my cameras. So everything is working just great. Like I said, I wouldn't recommend the Blackmagic design panel. I just go get a touchscreen. Just great. Don't get no off-brand touchscreen. Get something that's made professionally. Like I said, Dell does a great job at touchscreens. And there's other high-end, NECs, wow, will do great at this. So, yeah. Alrighty. And let's put this back right here. Camera 5. Alright, so one thing I wanted to show everybody that was really big to me here at the church was our ProPresenter feeds our computer, our ProPresenter computer that feeds our lyrics, our church lyrics. Now, we come from the ProPresenter, regular Mac Mini, straight out of ProPresenter via HDMI, straight back here HDMI, into the switcher. Okay, so we come directly into the switcher via HDMI. So we're not doing no little tricks, nothing like that. It's coming straight into the switcher HDMI. Alright, let me bring it up right quick. That's ProPresenter right there. That's just a black screen with our lyrics on top. That's it. Now, I'm about to show you something that that ProPresenter says you gotta go buy extra equipment for. Well, if you have the Blackmagic Design 4K switcher, you don't have to do this. You don't have to go buy the alpha key module. Let me say that. So, let me bring up camera 4. Let me just bring it up right quick. Alright, so my camera 4 is up right now. And as you see, I have camera 2 in my preview. Camera 4 is live on my program. So I want to bring my lyrics up, but I want to still be able to fade and cut between my cameras. Well, most time you're going to have to use a chroma key. You got key out the green, key out something, crop something, what we were doing in the past. Now we use a DSK to bring up our lyrics. Okay, you see that? Our lyrics are laid on top of our video feed. Now that allows me to switch between the cameras. Okay? Now here's a great thing about this. Here's a great thing about this. Let me take it to the actual settings. I hope you can see all this. With the Blackmagic out of the box, you really ain't gotta do a lot of settings. You just gotta send the lyrics with a black background, and it keys them out so perfect. So you come right here to downstream keyers, and use my mouse. It's hard to scroll. And only thing I'm doing is the fill source is ProPresenter. Sorry. So the fill source, I know it's hard to see, is labeled ProPresenter. The key source is ProPresenter. Now, please don't ask me why is this, why this. It just works. I'm not, not familiar with all of that. So, it just works. And make sure, and out of the box, everything else is going to be checked for you. So it'll be out of the box, ready to go. So that's it. You know what? I actually ran into that on accident. So it just works. Push this back down. Okay, so now I can lay my lyrics on top of my video, and here's the kicker: ProPresenter, I don't have to turn off DSK for it to basically for it to for me to. I don't have to take it down. Let me tell you the issue. The issue that's been at the mount is basically we have to bring up lyrics, take them down, bring them up, take them down. Well, The only way ProPresenter says that you can do this is you gotta have an alpha key modulator, and you gotta have a very expensive Blackmagic design unit, and your whole package is gonna cost like $2 grand because you gotta buy the license and buy the hardware. Okay, that's too much. It's already built into the switcher, and let me tell you, it's the best thing ever. So there we go. So now ProPresenter can bring lyrics up and down without the switcher operator. Now there's some cons and pros to that. Now let me tell you what's the cons and pros. I can leave DSK on, located right here. I can leave it on, and they can bring lyrics up and down all they want. They can bring up scripture, they can bring up anything they want with no issues. The only problem is when they want to bring up PowerPoints, videos, anything that's a full image on the screen, it will not work with DSK still on. So if you can, I'm going to leave the computer running, and I'm going to have to go out front because that's where ProPresenter is located. It's like right outside of the door. And I'm about to show you exactly what's going on. So I'm going to leave this on right here on a Monarch HD. That's easier to see. So just kind of look at the screen. I'm going to be changing the lyrics, bringing them up and down, and then I'm going to try to bring in a video, and I'm going to show you what happens. Okay, so now I'm playing a video right now. Anything that's black in the video is being keyed out. Okay, you see all that fade is all bleeding through. That's because DSK is still on. So that's the only downfall to that. So I just recommend, hey, if you got some communicators, some telex communicators or clear comms, hey, make sure you stay in communication because this can happen. You can play a video, no communication, and it's laid on top of your video. So, hey, only way you can fix that is you come over here to your switcher and you just basically turn off DSK. And you see it goes away. Video's still playing. And you just bring up your ProPresenter. And everything is well. So, like I said, there's some pros and cons because I believe if you do buy the alpha key modulator, it won't give you this issue. So that's the only pros and cons. I'm not 100% sure what the alpha key modulator actually really does. If somebody can comment and let me know exactly how that really works, because ProPresenter just tells me that's what I gotta buy, and I'm not gonna buy something that I really don't need. So that's that right there. And that's really about it. That's the Blackmagic design. That's how it's set up here at the church with the Monarch Matrox Monarch HD streaming to our server via gigabit connection, managed switch, live stream. Everything is going smoothly. That's really about it. Hey, YouTube, thank you so much for watching this video. And until next time.